Is it going? Is Facebook going?
It's very dark.
Is Facebook?
Is it because it's low battery?
Like, no, we're back here.
Oh, I think it's low
Good
battery.
morning, Facebook.
Okay. Start singing.
I don't even know how it goes.
Are you gonna hit that button?
It's on.
Oh, it's on.
It's
okay.
on.
It's a Bob and Bob show.
Bob and Gina show.
Oh, Gina's on the show. Bob and Gina.
Good morning. Bob left his phone.
No, hold on.
Okay.
The guys in the booth say that they can't get the reel-to-reel to work for the music.
So
yeah, so we got to go without it.
And it's so I don't even know how it goes. That's what's great on the 108. It's the Bob and Gina show. I don't know. Anyway, good morning.
Morning, peoples.
Good morning. It is the Bob and Gina show, and we are here live in Strawberry, California on Highway 108, where action-packed things happened yesterday.
The Easter of 25. This episode, Gina, this episode brought to you by the boys at High Country Solutions. You're going to hear a lot of things on the show today, and you're going to think to yourself, defensible space. When you think defensible space, think High Country Solutions. Mm-hmm. Man, I just get more.
I will tag them and make sure that we tag them on both because today's episode is really important and they can help you out.
Thanks, Gina. Why don't you tell us about it?
We're just going to do a little PSA this morning. We had an Easter miracle yesterday. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
What were you doing?
I was trying to think of other things that PSA could stand for.
I saw your lips moving, and I was wondering what you were doing. Okay, we actually, all joking aside, we do want to give our condolences to a family or a lot of family members that were devastatedly affected yesterday on Easter, and it's an Easter they will remember. It started out by Bob and I sitting in here in the morning.
We caused it.
We did not.
Well, then why did you say that? So, I don't even know what time.
It had to have been. It was after the store opened, so after 8. But
between 8 and 8:45 or so.
Yeah.
We thought it was a sonic boom.
Yes.
And because it just rattled the whole building, and we could tell it wasn't an earthquake. Nothing was shaking, but it just. And then all of a sudden, the phones started going off. People were texting and going.
Did you feel that?
What was that?
It shook the house.
Yeah, earthquake, question mark, all that kind of stuff.
It was so loud. And then my guilt, I'm like, I turned the space heater on upstairs.
She thought the space heater blew up.
And, oh my gosh, I just had this eerie feeling. Even in the morning, I had a weird feeling like something was going to happen. It was really weird. Anyway. So I went upstairs, very carefully to make sure that there wasn't a fire that blew out. Bob went outside. We checked. I
want to make sure a tree didn't hit which was common. I heard that from more than one person. They said they went outside to make sure a tree didn't hit their cabin. I thought a tree hit this place.
Well, and then across the town, across the meadow, people were saying that one said that he thought a bear was on his porch,
banging on the side of the.
It just was so loud.
Yeah, it's so loud that a friend of ours who was hiking around Pinecrest heard it loud and clear around the lake.
So unfortunately, it was a cabin, a home that exploded right behind the store.
Yeah.
On Hilltop Lane.
Yes.
And there is nothing left. Devastating.
It was devastating, and at the same time, could have been so much worse.
So much worse, and that's why we're calling it an Easter miracle, because there are cabin owners that live right across the street from it that were out on their deck cooking their breakfast, and I walk by this area 2 times a week at all times. But
even though it is the higher road up here, people take their kids for walks.
There's trails.
Take their dogs for walks.
Families are up there.
Yeah, and no one was hurt. It could have been so much worse, and because of the time of year, everything is still pretty moist. This isn't July, August, September. The fire did not spread, which could have easily been the case.
It was scary. I was running everything through my head, okay, I mean, like preparedness, what do we grab? This fire, you could see the flames from right here at the store.
Yeah.
You hear, you watch Palisades burn down to the ground, and those flames are in the trees. They were just shooting straight up in the trees, and like this could be it. That was frightening.
Yeah.
But Strawberry Volunteer Fire Department got there first.
First on scene.
Pinecrest was after. All the way down from Sonora. We had so many departments here.
It was a huge response.
Yeah. So it was all taken care of. But we did hear, if this was 2 months from now, it could have turned out much worse.
Yes. Yeah. Multiple structure fire is what we would have had.
Yeah. I mean, and people like live up there. It's around the corner from us, but you go down Herring Creek and you have to. There's a hairpin turn, and it's back in there. But it really makes you, okay, so this home exploded. It like peeled like a banana, and windows everywhere.
Yeah.
But
walls moved across the street.
We cannot confirm the cause of the fire, but it really makes you think about defensible space.
That's the one thing, yes.
We have not done a good job. We have piles in the back, but this really, really sets us straight. It gives us a good reset. So when we're talking about High Country Solution Boys, there are several people up here that will get your pine needles out. We promote them. They are a good crew. But it's time, people. It's time, because that was an eye-opener.
Yeah.
We do not have good defensible space.
Yeah. We have a very large lot, and so it's maintaining this thing is massive.
And then you think about, like, up there where this happened, across the street is a vacant cabin that's been vacant for years. So the pine needles there's so much fuel there.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about cabins near you, we walk around every night, and there's so many cabins that haven't been used in the 3 years that we've been here. And if we could all figure out a way to, I know, like, over on Tanager, they have Firewise, and they get their whole road and area together, and they clean up everybody's lots and yards and dump it. Anybody that lives in the mountains, anybody that has a cabin in the mountains,
and it's there's so much to think about when you talk about removing fuel, because that's really what it's about. It's not just slash, it's not just pine needles and pine cones. When you're talking about removing fuel, it's dead limbs in the trees.
Yes. So
trees that are half dying that really ought to come down. Mm-hmm. There's a bevy of fuel supply out there, and so looking around and figuring out how we can remove the fuel.
Yeah.
That nature, through the cycle of nature, it's here. Yeah. We live in the forest, and I think sometimes I was talking to the chief about this. I think sometimes we think, well, we want our cabins to look like the forest. We want pine cones and pine needles. We want it to be very natural. No, we don't. No, we want to remove the fuel, because if not, we're going to have a problem.
Yeah. I do see a question that maybe it's required to have your area cleaned up, and that could be so. But again, it's all the vacant cabins that are up here.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, if your cabin is not cleaned up, then you would not be the one that they go to save first. Yeah. But there's a lot. We're going to have a question and answer time, a Q&A with the chief from Twain Harte. We are scheduling that and getting that on board so we can have people write in and ask questions, and chief can answer them.
I can answer a lot of the questions that are popping up right now about are there fines and da-da-da. Fines or no fines, it's got to get done.
You think that we're going to have a forest fire. Not ever did I consider that it was going to be a house explosion.
Yeah, we all think it's going to be a, people a couple of miles away from here that don't put out their campfire.
Yeah.
They come swooping through the canyon.
Right.
Not necessarily.
No. It could be a cabin, and this cabin has been vacant for a little while. But again, we don't know the cause of it. There are some decisions that are being made about that, but everybody was on scene. But the other thing too, we will be announcing this more next week. Tuolumne County is offering a wildfire preparedness Zoom, so everybody can be on it, and it's going to be great because that was the first thing I was thinking. Like, we can't grab everything from the store. Like, what do we grab?
Cheese Whiz.
We could grab, yep,
Cheese Whiz.
chocolate donuts.
Yes, chocolate donuts.
But yeah, so we do have these flyers. They look like this, and it'll start next week. It's 3 days, and it's Zoom, and it's for everybody, and it's how to pack your to-go bag, which we don't have. Yeah, a lot of learning. A good Easter miracle that nobody was hurt. There was nobody in the building. That the fire was contained quickly.
Yes.
Just grateful, very grateful.
Before we move on, one more shout out to the first engine on the scene, which was Strawberry Volunteer Fire Department. We are incredibly lucky to have an engine right here, right down the road. And the people, the volunteers live around the corner from the station. So they jumped in, they got here. Every second counts, and you can support them by coming to our event.
The season kickoff, they will be here.
Okay, they're going to be here, right?
Yes.
And they're going to be selling T-shirts. And
I don't think T-shirts. Anyway.
Whatever.
And they're taking donations too.
And taking donations. That's how you can support the Volunteer Fire Department, which was first on scene. And believe me, every minute counts when you get something like that. So we're incredibly blessed to have them up here.
Yes, and you can also join the Volunteer Fire Department too. That's an option. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And help out because they could have used a lot of help yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on, Gina.
Speaking of season kickoff, so our season kickoff is scheduled for Saturday. Weather Underground app is showing weather like rain, and then all day yesterday, it said it's going to be clear and 55, and then this morning it says rain, only from 12 to 4 during our event. So if you're a prayer warrior, if you are a manifester, if you could please just put good thoughts in the air that it will not rain between 12 and 4. I don't care if it rains after 4, but not during.
Very
and
selfish.
A little warmer than 45 degrees would be fantastic too. This is our season kickoff. We need this to happen.
Yeah, we're going to have some good people up here, though.
12 vendors. It's not going to be live music this year. We have decided that was not in our best interest. So music will be playing.
Right.
But we do have food. That is always good. And cotton candy. And
What's the food?
Worst of Yosemite burgers.
Oh, Worst of Yosemite.
Yeah. And baked goods.
That's right. And I just saw Volunteer Fire Department will be selling T-shirts and
they do have T-shirts. Yay!
coffee mugs.
And mugs. Thank you, Fire. Thank you.
Hello, Gina.
SVFD.
It's a lot of letters.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We
All
gotta
right.
wrap it up.
Okay. What's next?
That's it.
That can't be.
honey.
Listen,
That's it. You'll see these people tomorrow. You can give them. All
I
the
never see
information.
them.
You do see them. Sometimes they come in and see you.
No, they come in. Yeah. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Well, listen, people. There's a lot of great things up here besides the Strawberry Volunteer Fire Department. And if you come up here, you will quickly realize all that is great. On the 108, I went an octave higher.
I don't know.